Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? My name is Mrs. Shajari and I will be your teacher this year. I'm just going to go over a few things about myself. So, starting, you can see some of my crazy pictures here. A little bit about me. Obviously, my name is Rachel Shajari, and my husband and I have been married for 6 years. He's in the Coast Guard, and because of that, we actually lived in Hawaii for 2 years. We have one son named Aiden, who is a little over 2 years old, and he's the center of my world. I also have an identical twin sister, and her name is Elizabeth. And she used to work for NASA, but doesn't anymore. She's actually going to be leaving here in a few months and start missionary work in Israel. I also have a dog and two cats. Um, I have lots of hobbies, including costume design and reenacting. I love dressing up in cool costumes, as you saw in the pictures on the top of the page. So I'll be sharing lots of crazy pictures with you this year with me and tons of different costumes. I do historical reenacting for lots of different time periods. I'm starting to get into some new ones with my husband. He actually does World War II and Vietnam and the Civil War. And we do together the Civil War and Texas Revolution. And then I do Elizabethan and like Jane Austen era, which is called Regency. So a lot of different reenacting. And then costume design I do for the Renaissance festivals as well as Comic Cons. So you'll see some very drastic different types of costuming. Um, I am also a violinist and play with my husband's bagpipe band. And my twin sister and I love to go sing karaoke together. I actually just went singing last night, so that was fun. Um, I also love to dance, but I don't get to do very much of it since my husband doesn't dance. Um, I do go listen to live music a lot, though, or as much as I can, with a 2 year old, right? So, traveling is a passion of mine, and hopefully, now that my son is getting a little bit older and I can leave him, actually, um, I will do a little bit more vacationing and traveling soon. So you can see here, this is my husband right here, and obviously me, and this is my son. This was taken at the Alamo reenactment, the Fall of the Alamo, which is in April. And then this is taken at the Renaissance Festival. He's on a carousel ride, and he's going around in a circle. So this was taken also in the spring of this year. So why did I become a teacher? Well, I graduated from the University of Texas with a double major in math and Chinese. I also have a master's in math curriculum and instruction, which I just got. I finished right after I gave birth to my son. During college, I actually lived a year in China, and that's where I studied Chinese and got my Chinese degree. Well, actually, I got it from the University of Texas, but I spent a year in China, and my credits were transferred over. So when I graduated, I didn't start work as a teacher. I was actually in the corporate world as a product architect and a software designer. But I really hated cubicle life and, having to go into an office every day and sitting in a little teeny tiny rectangle where your boss is staring over your cubicle at you all day. Um, I wanted to make a difference in the world. So I became a teacher where every day I know I'm helping others and I'm changing the world for the better. So it's a very satisfying job and I love being a teacher. Now I love it even more as a TXVA teacher where I can work from home and I get to spend time with my son as well. Um, Working in a classroom and having a toddler don't really work very well together. So teaching online gives me the freedom to be a mom and a teacher. So I really love my job and I particularly love teaching math since, it is such a hard subject and so many people struggle with it. So I really get that satisfaction from, helping my students overcome their particular difficulties in math. So I'm really excited to be your teacher this year, and I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you personally. So please make sure that if you have any questions over anything in this class, that you feel free to reach out to me, and I'm always here to help. And I particularly respond to Skype quickly, so please make sure that you have my Skype name and number down, which is um, R Shajari underscore TXVA. So please make sure to write that down and contact me whenever you have questions.